Green turmeric looking beautiful. Okay, so here we have the Madhu melon. If we take a closer look here, we can see it's changing color. Almost looks like a kajari if you ask me. A lot of insect action going on here. I can see ants starting to crawl toward it. You can see that leaf-footed bug there. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use our new little weapon, our insect weapon, to collect insect frass. This is a rigid vacuum, and the original purpose why I purchased this vacuum was not to clean my car, but it was to clean my plants. And I accidentally pressed the off button on the camera instead of the off button on the vacuum. But here we are, right back at it. We can see basically it's mostly slipped here. I honestly don't know if anything has started eating into the bottom. I kind of want to get it off the vine. Still kind of, well, no, it wasn't. It was hanging on by a thread, literally. Let's see how the bottom looks. Whoa, what are those? Some of them worms. Let's wipe those off. Uh-oh. So it looks like it has been eaten into. Oh, man. Those little worms look weird. I don't know what they came from, but I can honestly just cut half of that melon away. I know not to keep it on the ground, and I also know I need to get it cleaned up immediately. Obviously, there were a lot of mosquitoes sleeping where this was. Let's get some of those mosquitoes cleaned up. This is a real mosquito magnet. All right, so those mosquitoes were swarming all around me, but I got a majority of them, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to fight them all. We're just gonna wrap it up. This is my Madhu that was sitting on leaf mold, and apparently some insects came from under there and started eating into it, but I also have one right here that's growing, and I'm gonna lift that one up a little bit so we don't have to deal with that same issue as those little worm things. That's my first time seeing that on melons. I noticed that on figs before. I wonder if that's wasp. I wonder if wasps are laying those eggs or something. And then over here we have Madhu, which doesn't ripen up well at all. I don't know what's going on with Madhu. Probably just bad timing. You can see one hanging out right here. I've had so many Madhu melons, it'll make you think that it's a excellent melon just from the production, but haven't been able to get one to full ripeness. But I always have one that's growing somewhere. If not here, it's growing there. You can see many Madhus, but you won't see many ripe Madhus. And that's been a real issue with this. That's been the real issue with this variety. The ripest one that I had was sitting in this little area where this other Madhu is growing right now. And you can see that's the melon right there. Something has started eating into it. So it's not that they can't achieve full ripeness. It's just when they get close to it, they are swarmed by all types of stuff. These leaf-footed guys, though, they like to hang out on my melons and start breaking it down. And the vacuum is helping out with that. But as far as the rodents, I can't do much about them. So I'm gonna watch these 10 or so Madhus that I have growing. I tell you what, I already harvested about 10 at least. And I mean, they've been all over. I can't even tell you how many I had, but much more than Madhu. And honestly, I'm surprised that this Madhu turned this color, because I have one that's sitting in my fridge right now is actually yellow. So I don't know what's going on. This one doesn't really smell sweet right now. It doesn't have a honey scent, so I doubt that it's completely ripened. It probably was still changing color, but it was just getting bored into by too many insects, honestly, and I can't risk that. So I'm just gonna cut it open and see what's good on it. There's apparently little holes all around here and there, insects boring into it, so it's probably filled in with insects for all I know. We're gonna get it cut open real soon though. No time to waste with this one, apparently. So that's that. I'm gonna start putting my melons on top of plastic or something, so they're not resting on plant material where those insects are breeding themselves. So we're gonna have it sitting on something that will insulate it from the home of the insects, Earth. See y'all real soon. So here we are with a piece of the Madhu. I'm not going to eat from it because some of it was already starting to deteriorate. You can see how soft that flesh is right there. I'm not fond of eating a melon eating from a melon that was starting to break down. Because it might have some funky taste in there. And that's basically due to the insects. It's not anything else but those insects. So we're still going to do a bricks test on it though. And hoping for high scores because that'll give me the thumbs up that I should grow this variety again. 8.2, so it still wasn't completely ripe. A melon that measures around 8. Definitely not palatable to me. Palatable to me. Normally you'll want something that measures around, say for instance, Kajari was 12.9. It was either 11.9 or 12.9. And Melon Mexicano from Native Seed Search measured above 13. So you want something in the range of 11 or higher, basically. So 8, not good, but that's probably due to the melon not being completely ripe. And I said I had one in the refrigerator so we can actually look at the difference in the coloring of two of the Madhu that I harvested. So here's the one that started breaking down. And then here's one that I believe completely ripened up and it fell from the vine. A piece of vegetable on there. But ants have started eating into the top, but it's still good. So I'm going to do another test on this one, hoping for high numbers. We've been having dry weather, so there's no reason for low sugar measurements. The sugar should be very concentrated. But like I said, this started breaking down. You can see how funky that juice looks in there. Not gonna eat it, but I did keep the seeds. So real soon we'll do a test on that one, that yellow one, when I'm ready to eat it. Keep it as far as possible away from that, so just in case there's any worms left in here, I try to rinse it out. But in case any are left and they try to hover over to that one, it'll be a real journey for them. So see y'all in the next one. 8, not so good, but it's close to 11.